I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're doing well. Last night, after I did my video and edited it, when I was still married to my last husband. First, I was back in college trying to become an RN. Don't know why. Some of you may recall that husband was very controlling. He took all of my paychecks. He reaped in the rewards. I rarely received anything. He got upset that I wanted a new car. I mean, the list goes on. Some of you probably haven't heard me say that. So I thought I would share it once again. I had a back molar. I still have it. That evidently had a big cavity in it, not sure, had a root canal. And he told me to just get see if the dentist would do a build-up, like a big filling around the tooth, until I was done with RN school, which would have been 2 years. And then shortly after, I think this was the side that I chewed my gum on all the time. And of course you chew on your back molars, because the second one from the back got a big cavity. I had to have a root canal also. I had a temporary crown. Well, he told me to wear it, the temporary crown, as long as possible. In between the two, during whatever, he talked about saving money for him, a set of new dentures, which were uppers and lowers, which was like $4,000, $5,000. He totally forgot about my 2 teeth that needed crowned. When he decided to get a new truck and the payment went up to $1,100 a month, that same night we were still in the dealership doing paperwork and things like that, my temporary crown came off. And I told him. He didn't care. Then he tells me that I need to help him make his truck payments because he couldn't do it by himself. And I'm sitting there thinking, you already take all of my money. What else do you want? Okay. So since then, I left him January 2019, and I come back to Arkansas. Now keep in mind that temporary crown had came off, and then I still had that buildup. I had a lot of healing to do. I mentally was not in a good place. That was a really bad marriage. I know you still watch my videos, but it was a bad marriage, admit it. You did me dirty from the very beginning. Anyway, and maybe or maybe not, I should be saying this, I don't know. But today I was pretty angry about my situation. So I had a lot of healing to do. I really couldn't hold on to a job because I just wasn't mentally in the right place. And I know some of you think, well, you know, whether you're mentally in the right place or not, you should have worked. I can't explain the way I feel. I have no excuses, and I won't claim that I did. When I finally got the job that I have now, I got it in November of 21. I had a basic dental insurance up until today. Today is November of 2022. And I got the full coverage. But in the meantime, I still cannot get those 2 teeth fixed. And this one still does not have a crown. I've had the last couple of days cold sensitivity to that very back tooth. I messaged my dentist and they said that there was a root canal that was done on that tooth. I shouldn't have any feeling whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, I'll just kind of watch it, see what happens. Maybe I did something to irritate it. I don't know. But last night, all of a sudden, it was excruciating pain. And I'm starting to freak out because I'm like, tomorrow's Thursday and the weekend is around the corner. My dentist doesn't come in office on Fridays. I'm going to be very lucky if I can get in. I took Tylenol. I took an inflammatory kind of slash very light painkiller from my Achilles tendon surgery and went to bed. And when I went to sleep, it was still aching pretty good. Before I went to bed, I asked my guides slash star family if they would help me to ease this pain until I get to my dentist and to just help me out because it was hurting. They did come to me last night. They woke me up. I don't remember. I think I was asleep. When I woke up, I had vibrations around that tooth. Ironically, they helped me with another tooth. And so when I woke up this morning, well, let me back up. When I woke up and I felt that, I was on my side. And I opened my eyes and looked around, didn't see anything. But I could feel all of that just swirling around. And I want to say my tongue was too, not sure. And I woke up this morning and had no pain. But I knew if I was going to take care of it before this weekend came, that I would have hell to pay. It would not have been good. And I did not want to go to the ER, that's for sure. So I go to the dentist, or they told me to come in. They squeezed me in. And they would do an x-ray to see what was going on. Well, so I had an abscess in the very back molar. And the roots and nerve, I think it was the nerves, I might be wrong, the roots of the tooth, in the x-ray he said that they were up in the sinus cavity. And the one next to it, the one that doesn't have the crown, was in the sinus cavity. He said that's common. I didn't know that. But he said that they needed to be removed. He said that we both had hopes to save them, but it's been so long and so much damage has occurred that I had an abscess on my back tooth. That was on the root, the part that was up in my sinus cavity. But he said I needed to go to a surgeon, a dental surgeon, and have them both pulled. And I didn't expect that. I almost started bawling. It kind of reminds me of my mom and old age. But my mom never took care of her teeth. She was a smoker. She had all of her uppers removed. And I swore that I would never put my teeth through that. And that I would have no dentures and, if anything, crowns. So when he said that, I almost just kind of started crying. And I said, oh my God, really? And he's like, yeah. And he told me everything I just told you. And then my thoughts were just going crazy. I was very angry with my ex. I was very angry with myself for allowing my ex to treat me that way. I could have paid for my own dentist, but I couldn't because he kept taking my money. And then I didn't want to lose these two back teeth and have to get dentures, but I didn't want to have to go through that. I can't get dentures, or I should say a partial, sorry. I cannot get a partial right away. I would actually have to wait to get a partial. And then he said in time, when I can afford it or when I'm ready or both, that he can do the screw up in the gum and then put the fake tooth on it, and which I'd rather do. But I'm sitting there listening to him, and I couldn't help but think, I cannot win for losing. And saying that out loud, I almost want to cry. It's to the point where I thought that I was doing things to get on my feet. I'm refinancing my car this month. I paid off my cell phone, and I thought I was going to have all this extra money. But I'm not, because my rent and insurance went up. So I'm back in the same boat. I'll be, tight financially. I can't afford extras, much less a partial. Also, I don't know how much it's going to cost just yet to have those both pulled. I don't know if my insurance will cover it, even though I have full coverage. Now, I don't know if you would call it full coverage dental, because it sounds like they cover everything. But my dental insurance had, instead of the generic insurance, it's the bigger insurance, I guess. But I don't know if I have to pay something to get it done. Being December and doing all the work that they did do, maybe, hopefully that will help. I hope anyway. I didn't really feel in a sad, negative way today up until that point. And so now I feel kind of down and lowly. Is that a word? Lowly? I don't know. But I feel like, and I try so hard. I feel like the universe is out to get me. And it doesn't matter how hard I try. It's just difficult for me for my whole life. And I'm like, come on, I need a break. I really seriously need a break. And I hope that when I edit this video that I can see orbs, because they make me happy. I'm going to change the subject. I've been trying to remind myself, remember all the above, to turn on my Ring camera when I go to sleep, because I would see orbs all the time in the Ring camera, and even saw a big golden orb, but it looked like a face was beside it also. But in the morning, I also have to take my car into the dealership. I have 2 recalls that need to be fixed on it. They're going to see what is wrong with a few sensors that I feel, and my kid's father feels, that it's in the tire. That same tire, I think, had a hole in it, but I fixed a flat in it, and it's been holding up. And the tires are still in really good shape. My warranty is limited. And so not everything is covered in the warranty anymore. So I had to take it in and get the recalls fixed and see what they can do that is in the warranty, that the warranty will cover. Fix those sensors, because there's like 4 of them that keep coming on. You know, the ABS light, the traction light, and there's something else. There's 4, I think. I can't remember. But they lied to me in the past, because I cracked my windshield when I left my ex, and they lied and said that the crack in the windshield goes behind my rearview mirror, and that is where one of the sensors are. Sorry, I had my light went off. That thing dies so quickly, so I had to stick my cord up in there and charge it. But anyway, he was saying that the sensor is up there to the ABS system, and then he wanted me to file a financial something. First he said that it would be a couple of $100 to fix it. And he said, but you could file for financial assistance that doesn't harm your credit or anything, and you could pay it in a few months. And I said, well, let's try that. And then he ran it and said, okay, so you've been cleared for like $500 or something. They're gonna need $200 up front. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because you just told me my windshield's $200. Now you're wanting more. It does not make sense. But I was told that he got fired. He didn't quit. He got fired. And when they told me, they were like, he doesn't work here anymore. We had to let him go. I'm like, oh. I'm also, while he was there, I don't know how this happened, but I would go often to get my tires rotated and my oil changed and etc. And that tire I just told you about was in the same spot. They didn't rotate my tires. So I called and I said, I just brought my car up there and the tires were not rotated. And they're like, well, it says right here they were. What makes you think they're not rotated? And I told them, I have one tire, I think it was before I got it, the fix-a-flat put in it. And I think I'm crooked. I told them, because I think the next day when I went out to the car, it was going down. It wasn't flat, it just seeped air slowly. And so I said, because, you know, that's got a hole in it, it seeped slowly. And this morning I seen that it was low. And that's how I know. And they were like, we will check on it, bring it back up here. And I did, and they rotated them. The car lot is doing people dirty. So tomorrow I'll let you know if they did me dirty again. I am sorry that this video is about me ranting and raving. It's my life, and my life is now YouTube. And I don't know. I kind of wanted this to be said also because I know my ex watches my last ex. I have so many. I know he watches my videos, and I want him to know how dirty he did me, in which he does know. I want him to know what he has put me through. And it's like ongoing. I can't wait to get my car refinanced so I can take his name off of it and just be done with it. And once again, I'm sorry for ranting. I just tried to find content to talk about today. My tooth was it, but I felt like I needed to add more. I don't know. I don't want my channel to be of this, but like I said, he will see this. I don't think he cares. I really don't. He never did. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you're at. I love you so much, and I hope you know this. And I think I lost a subscriber. I do notice that YouTube will take one away and put it back, so it seems. And once 3 left, and they came back, like it was the next day or later that night. So I'm like, maybe they'll come back, or maybe YouTube will put it back. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to end this here. I love you guys, and be positive and think positive. And I'm going to send you love, light, and peace.